Hello, Verblingites. My name is Holly, and today we will be going through vocabulary words regarding education. So we will be comparing the American and British vocabulary words, and by the end of the lesson, you should be able to explain the education system in your country and compare how different it is from other countries and how it is the same. So that is the plan for today, and we'll go over a lot of vocabulary and hopefully do a lot of speaking. So my name is Holly, and I am the English teacher for this hour. I am originally from Idaho, and that's where I am currently living. It is now 10 p.m. here in Idaho on on Tuesday, September 30, 2014. You can find me on Facebook under Verbling Teacher Holly, or you can go to my profile here on Verbling, and you can also find me there. Again, the topic today is education. So we will be going over vocabulary words related to education. Hello, my name is Holly, and I will be the teacher for this hour. The topic will be on education. By the end of the hour, you should be able to explain the education system in your country. We will use vocabulary. We will compare a vocabulary between American English and British English, and go through a lot of different vocabulary activities to talk about the differences. And so you should be able to compare the American system with your country and also the British system with your country. So that is the plan for today. So the topic again is education. And so let me quickly show you what the plan is for today. We'll be going over education. And we will quickly talk about what age everybody goes to different, how old they are if they go to these different schools. Then we'll compare the U.S. education and the UK, or the UK and the U.S., and talk about the differences there. Then we will talk about good pupil versus bad pupil, and go through some collocations and describe students, and talk about different education phrases. And then you will talk about your country and the education system in your country. So that is the plan for today, and I hope to have people come and learn about the education system in other countries. So so it's 10 p.m. here in Idaho. A little about me. I was born in Idaho and raised here more or less. We lived a few states a few different states when I was growing up, but Idaho is a main place. I then went to university in Oregon, and after university I worked for a while, and then I started teaching in Korea. And then after Korea, I went to graduate school in Illinois, and then I started teaching in Finland. And I went to Finland for a 9-month contract, and I stayed for 11 years. 5 years ago, I returned to the States, and now I'm working here online with Verbling, and having a great time. So again, the topic today is on education. It's basic vocabulary based. So if you'd like to talk about your education system in your country, that's what we will do. Hi, Heidi. How are you? I think it's Heidi. Is that? Yeah, it's Heidi.
Hello. Hello, nice to see you again.
Nice to see you too. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Yeah. So what time is it right now in Japan?
Now, 1 p.m.
PM. Okay. So 1 p.m. at 10 p.m. in my time is 1 p.m. your time. Okay.
I've
So,
just finished my lunch.
yeah. So are you in school now or are you working?
I'm housewife.
Oh, housewife. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Did you go to school?
Now, no, now, no, I don't go
No,
to.
no, I know. But when you were after you finish, did you go to university? I guess is the
Yes,
question.
I went to the university. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. And great. And what we're going to do today is we're going to learn vocabulary words related to education,
Mhm.
and then we are going to, by the end of the lesson, you all should be able to explain your education system using either American English or British English vocabulary. So
Okay.
it should be fun. I always find it very interesting
Mhm.
how every country is. We're all kind of the same, but then we're slightly different.
Mhm. Yes.
So yeah, and so what's the weather like right now in Japan?
But it's very good today. Actually, this summer season, the weather was very bad. Almost every day we had rain. And sometimes rain was very heavy, so it
Uh-huh.
caused some landslide and flood. A lot of people died.
Oh,
Very,
really?
yes.
Oh, wow. Okay. Hi, Carlos. How are you?
Hi, I'm fine. And you?
Very good. So where are you located?
Okay, it's my first time here.
So where are you from? What country?
I'm from Colombia.
Colombia. Awesome. Okay. And this is Heidi.
Hello.
And she's from Japan. And so she was just talking about Japan. And so what
Okay.
time is it? In Colombia, it's 11 p.m., right?
It's 11 p.m. Yes.
Okay. Okay. So awesome. So yeah, today we'll be going over vocabulary related to education. So shall we get started, everyone? So I'm going to screen share. Bear with me a moment while I do this.
Okay.
Yeah.
No.
So, um, so you should be able to see the handout. Can you, Carlos? Is this your first time at Verbling?
Yes, it's my first time.
Oh, awesome. Well, welcome to Verbling.
Okay.
The thing that's really fun about taking classes with Verbling is you meet people from all over the world and study together. And so today you will learn about the education system in the UK and the Ukraine, not the UK, in Japan and the Ukraine, because Andre is here, and also from the US. So, and then we will learn about the education system from Colombia. So, awesome. Welcome. All right. There's Andre, and then from the Ukraine, Carlos from Colombia, and Heidi from Japan. So, welcome everyone. My name is Holly, and I am located in the United States. And I'm actually from Idaho.
Okay.
Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. All right, so education. So what we're going to do first of all is look at the types of schools and match them to the people on the right. So we've got secondary school, primary school, nursery school, university, private school, and middle school. So, Andre, how are you today?
Hello, teacher. Hello, everyone. I'm doing great. Thank you.
Excellent, excellent. I just realized I did not greet you. I introduced you to Carlos, but I did not greet you. So, anyway, Audrey, do you know which school would a 20-year-old student and a professor be at? Any idea?
I think it's much to university.
Yes, it's matched to university. You are absolutely correct. Carlos, what about a 15-year-old pupil, a maths teacher, and a headmaster?
Secondary school.
Okay. Yes, you are completely correct. And I'm checking my answers because this is British English and I'm American. So, Heidi, how about a 5-year-old pupil and a teacher?
Primary school.
Primary school is correct. And Audrey, how about a 10-year-old child?
It's much to middle school.
Yes, correct. And a 3-year-old child, Carlos, where would that be?
Private school.
Yeah. No, actually, it's nursery school.
Nursery school. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So the next one, parents who pay for their children's education is at a
okay. Yes.
private school. Okay, so there's what is the opposite of private school? Does anybody know what that would be? A school that is publicly funded from taxes. Anybody know the name?
Public.
Yeah, public school.
Public school. Okay.
So a public school is, at least in American English, I've heard it's different in British English. So in American English, that's what it is. And by the way, this one right here is when I type in AME, I mean American English, and when I'm typing in BRE, computer's having problems. I mean British English. So okay, so let's make sentences about your family, like in the example. My little cousin goes to primary school. Audrey, can you make a sentence about one of your family members?
My son goes to secondary school.
Perfect. My son goes to secondary school. Carlos, can you make one?
My son is going to primary school.
Primary school. Okay, excellent.
Yes.
And Heidi?
My nephew is 5 years old, so I guess he's going to primary school, but I'm not sure. He's living in Germany, so system.
Oh, okay. Okay, so it's different, yeah. And see, I have 2 nephews that in American English for 5-year-olds, they would be in kindergarten. Do you guys see my computer?
Yes, kindergarten.
Yeah,
Here too.
my computer is going crazy. Do you see that? Do you see that thing? It's moving on its own. Okay, so yeah, so a kindergarten is where they would be, but my sister decided to keep them out of school. So right now they're not in school. They could be in preschool. She's has not done preschool with them yet. So let's see. Did you all go to university?
Yes.
Yeah. Audrey, did you go to university?
Yes, I did. I'm graduated from university at 2007.
Awesome. Okay. And how about you, Carlos? When did you graduate?
In 2011. No,
Oh, okay.
uh-huh.
Okay, so 2 years ago, almost three. Yeah, almost 3 years ago. Heidi, when did you graduate? Or did you graduate?
2000.
2000. Okay, and I will tell you, I graduated with my first degree in 1991, so I guess I'm old. So and then I got a second. My master's degree was 1998, and then my second master's degree was 2003. So I guess I am really old. So, but anyway, okay. So did any of you go to private school when you were growing up?
What?
No. My parents had 4 kids, so quite poor.
Yeah.
The family didn't have such money.
Okay. And Carlos, private school, do you know what that is?
No, that is not common in my country.
Okay. Yeah, private school is where they
Oh,
pay extra.
yes.
Yeah, I think I know that in Spain it's very common, and the U.S. has a lot of private schools as well. But like in Finland, where I lived, they had no private schools, and so Andre, how about in the Ukraine? Did you go to private school, or
No,
are they
I
common?
didn't. No, I didn't go to the private school. It isn't common in my country as also as in Colombia, as
Yeah.
Carlos said.
Yeah.
Yes.
The same, but also my parents haven't enough money to pay for it.
Yeah. Well, I went to private school when I was in equivalent to primary school. My parents had 5 children and they could afford it. But by the time I was in secondary school, they could not afford it, and they only had 2 or 3. But
Yeah.
excuse me, let's go on. Okay, UK and US English. Okay, what we're going to do is match the British English words on the left to American English words on the right. So, secondary school, what is that in American English?
Junior high school?
It's actually high school.
High school.
Yeah. Primary school.
Elementary school?
Elementary, yes.
Okay.
Excellent. And nursery school?
I think junior high school.
No.
No?
Daycare.
Daycare.
Daycare? Okay.
And I'm going to go over, there's more words than these. These are just some basic words. University.
College.
College. Yeah. And middle school.
Junior.
Junior high. And actually, it's a little bit more complicated. It's not straightforward. For example, in American English, we also use middle school. And it depends on the school district. For example, in the U.S., middle school is 5th to 8th grade. But junior high is 7th to 8th or 9th grade. And high school is either 9th or 10th grade to 12th grade. So sometimes we have 4-year high schools and sometimes we have 3-year high schools. And then also elementary school is 1st grade to 6th grade unless there's a middle school. and then it would be, excuse me, first grade to fourth grade. So it depends on the city. Excuse me, in the school district. Daycare. Another word we use for that is preschool. And daycare might be just where the kids go and play, but they might not learn anything. So it is better to call it preschool. And college, we use university as well. University has a BA, MA, MS, PhD programs.
Okay.
So in for us, a college usually there are some exceptions, but usually a college has just a BA program. Oh, just the initial 4 years.
Sorry, teacher.
Yes.
I've often heard about PhD. What does it mean, PhD?
That's a doctor of philosophy. So it's a PhD is a doctorate.
Okay, thank you.
And MS, what is?
It's a Master of Science.
Master?
Yeah.
Okay.
Master of Science degree. And where the MA is Master of Arts.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So like I have 2 MAs, but I don't have an MS. And sometimes it could be an MSc. And then there's BA, which is Bachelor of Arts, but there's also BS, which is a Bachelor of Science. So, Bachelor of Science. So yeah, for university and college, it depends on the field of study that you do. So, and then also in British English, college, they call it a sixth form college is equal to high school. So, and that's in British English. So these words are just basic, but it can get very involved. Also in British English, college could be high school. It also could be a college, for example, College of Liberal Arts is a department in a university. So a lot of these words, it's not straightforward that college is only a BA program, because it could be a high school or it could be a department in a university. So it gets very, very complicated. Okay, welcome.
Yes, hello.
How are you? Question for you. Did you go to university?
Yes.
You're currently studying, right?
Yes.
Are you studying in graduate school or undergrad?
Yes. Graduate school.
Okay. Graduate school and undergraduate school. This also means, for example, undergraduate, and we call it actually undergrad. We don't actually use this part. But if you're in undergrad, you are working on your BA or your BS. But if you're in graduate school, you're working on your MA, MS, PhD, MBA, MDiv. There's all kinds of different acronyms. But if somebody ever asks you, are you in graduate school or are you in undergrad? That's what they mean. What level of university are you? And in American English, a college only has this program, but a university will have all the programs. So when I was in this level, the BA program, I went to college, but then the college I went to added a Master of Psychology degree and a PhD in psychology, so they changed their name from college to university because they added these programs. And now they have an MBA program and they have all kinds of programs. So, are there any questions here?
No.
No? Okay.
I have a comment.
Yes.
It's a pretty complex system. In Ukraine, we have much simple.
Is it quite simple, quite straightforward?
Yes. In the US, it's I think it's a very complicated system.
Mm-hmm. And it's actually gotten more complicated in the last 20 years. So now, because one of the things that the U.S. has done is they have started a type of school called charter schools.
Mm-hmm.
Have anybody ever heard of these? Charter schools. These are, yeah, they're public schools, which means they're free. Started by parents. And usually with a theme. For example, there's a charter school in my area where it's fine arts. So the students all study dancing or singing and music along with academics. And my nephew is going to a charter school for engineering. So it's a public school, so it's funded by our taxes, but it's not as big. It's a very small school. So that was something new when I went back, and I'm like, really? I was very surprised. Any questions about any of this? Okay, so by the end of the lesson, I want you guys to be able to tell us about your school, your country. So that'll be interesting. Let's look at the sentences below. It says, which pupils are good pupils and which are bad pupils? By the way, excuse me, in American English, we actually do not use the pupil. This is out in American English, it's outdated. So we would actually say which students are good students and which are bad students. Okay. So, number one. Okay, could you read number one?
Paul is never late. He always does his homework on time.
All right, thank you, Carlos. Is Paul a good student or a bad student?
Good student.
Sorry, I had to cough again. A question for you guys. Carlos, when you were in school, did you always do your homework on time?
Me?
Yeah.
I always did the homework on time.
You did? Okay, so you were a good student. Okay, how about you? Were you a good student? Oh, he's having connection problems. Okay. Andre, how about you? Were you like Paul? Did you always do your homework on time?
Not always on time. Often I've delayed my homework. It's 50-50 maybe.
Okay. So what's another word to delay? It's a phrasal verb. I put off my homework. And what was the word you learned yesterday? we talked about?
Put off is equal to delayed.
A delay. And also, do you remember the class name
Postpone?
yesterday?
No, postpone.
Procrastinate.
Mm.
You
Procrastinate.
remember that, Andre?
Procrastinate.
Yeah.
I thought, to be honest, I totally forgot that.
That word, the class.
Yeah, that word in that class. Yes.
Yeah.
It's our mind isn't perfect.
No, it isn't. Don't worry. Don't worry at all. Okay. Number 2, Heidi, could you read that?
Lydia always paid attention in class.
Okay, so Heidi, were you like Lydia? Did you always pay attention in class?
Yes, maybe a good student.
You were a good student. Okay.
No, I often had a daydream.
Oh, you always daydreamed. Okay, so you were a daydreamer. Okay.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah. And
Procrastinate. Third teacher. I know that word procrastinate. That it is deep in my mind.
yeah, don't worry about it. Don't worry. How about you, Andre? Were you did you pay attention in class, or were you a daydreamer or a sleeper or?
I'm often get sleeping or dreamer during the class. It's
Okay.
I'm often I'm suffering because of that in my adult life, in my work.
Yeah. Okay. So you would either fall asleep, so you fell asleep,
No,
or you would daydream.
daydream is not to sleep.
No, I know. But he would do either. He would either
Yeah.
daydream or he would fall asleep. So now I would usually fall asleep if the class was boring. I still do as an adult. If the class is boring, if the teacher is boring, I fall asleep. And if I have no students and I'm trying to talk to myself, I'll fall asleep. So, Carlos, how about you? Did you pay attention in class, or did you?
Yes, of course.
So you were a good student.
Pay attention, yes.
Okay. Okay. Number 3, Andre, could you read that?
Carlo often cheats in his exams. One day he'll be in trouble.
Okay. Now, first of all, is he a bad student or a good student?
It's I think he's bad student.
Okay.
Yes.
Did any of you guys cheat in school?
Yes, I did.
I think we talked about that one day.
1 or 2 times. Me too.
I did in the first grade.
Never. I've never done.
You never have? Okay. Yeah, I was in the first grade. I was not ready to go to school. My mom should have kept me out and had me start later. And so in the first grade, I would stay in the classroom when everybody else was at recess, and then I would walk around the classroom and go to the pile of papers that I was working on, find an answer, go back to my desk, write it down, and then I'd walk around the classroom again. And so thankfully, my mother realized I could not read, so she got me help. So how about you? When did you cheat, Carlos?
Well, repeat, please.
When did you cheat? Did you cheat on an exam?
In the secondary, in 2 exams.
Okay. What topic? What subject?
I don't know why I say
Philosophy? Psychology?
Yes, philosophy.
Okay, philosophy, okay.
Alone theory.
Yeah, okay. And Andre, when did you cheat?
Usually on the exams.
Okay.
often opened the book
Okay.
to read it, but despite it was prohibition for it.
So it was prohibited.
Prohibited
So
to
in
open.
yeah, and you can even make that in easier English. You could actually just say despite the fact that it was not allowed. So despite the fact it was not allowed. So sometimes it's easier it's better to just keep it all simple. So okay, are you there?
Yes, yes. My
Okay.
computer is.
Yeah, I was hoping you weren't having connection problems because I can't see John Lennon, so can't see your picture. Um, so okay, we're on number 3. Did you ever cheat in exams or at school?
When I was
Hello?
after that I didn't.
Hello?
Hello,
Try it again.
can you hear me?
Yeah, now I
Yeah.
can.
When I was in elementary school, I did one time or so, but after that, I didn't.
Okay, so you were like me, and in the beginning we did, but at the end we didn't. Okay.
Mhm.
Um. Okay. Could you read number 4?
This disrupt other pupils. They can't concentrate on their work.
Okay. Is she a good student or a bad student? Are you there? Okay, I think he's having connection problems today. Andre, would you say that Kate was a good student or a bad student?
Is a bad student.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Did any of you guys ever distract other students?
Sometimes.
I never did. And Heidi, you were a good student though.
No.
So did you distract?
I'm not good, but very quiet student.
Ah, okay. Okay. All right. Let's go to number 5. Heidi, could you read number 5? Are you there?
Hello?
Okay.
Huh?
Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here, but AK is speaking with him.
Yeah.
AK, are you there? Okay. He's
Okay.
still having connection problems. Heidi.
Mark annoys the teacher because he can't keep quiet during the lesson.
Good or bad student?
Very bad, very bad.
My sister was like this. My sister's name was Heidi. Heidi annoys the teacher because she fell asleep in every lesson, but got perfect scores. So how did you guys annoy your teacher, or did you?
Sometimes a very good student ask a lot of questions.
Uh-huh.
Until teacher can't answer.
Yeah, and the teacher's like, I don't know, I just learned this yesterday. My French teacher was only like 2 months ahead of us.
For example, my teacher often said, "Could you repeat that I said recently?"
Uh-huh. Repeat what I just said.
Yes, and student stands up and said, or something like that.
Uh-huh. That actually, I was taught that when I was at university. If you have a class that you think are not listening, and like when you teach adults, you guys not only are you listening, sometimes you have you're concentrating very hard to understand, but when you're teaching younger students, they're not listening, and so to turn to them and say, what did I just say? Will make them listen. So, all right, next, number 6, Andre, could you read that one?
Susan studies very hard. I think she's passed all her exams.
Okay, so is she a good student or a bad student?
She's good.
Good student.
Yeah. So were you guys like this as well? Did you study very hard?
Yes. In university, yes.
No,
In my career, is very hard. I'm system engineer. Oof, numbers, all time.
Okay. And Andre?
For me,
yeah.
I didn't study very hard until university. Only from university, I've started to
work
very hard.
I was the same way, and at first I didn't do well, and then it was going to graduate school that made me learn how to study. I didn't know how to study. So how about you, Heidi? Did you study all the way through?
Not so much. I studied only to pass the exam.
Oh, okay.
And the university, I learned chemistry, so chemistry students, for them, the study is not so much important. Important thing is the experiment.
Oh, okay. So it's like my second master's degree, I didn't take any exams. They were all papers. Yes. And I studied more for that degree because there were no lectures. It was all online. It was before live classes like this, and it was online. And so I studied harder than if I went to school, but I worked harder. So no tests. That was great. So number 7, Heidi, could you read this one?
Okay, and Daniel annoys the teacher because he's so noisy.
Okay, so anybody know the difference between number 5 and number 7?
Yes, noise and quiet.
Yeah, but
different.
But the teacher, because he can't keep quiet during the lesson, so that's the same as noisy.
The number 5, as I mentioned before, he had a lot of question or something to the teacher.
Okay.
But the noisy is so simply noisy. Sometimes scream in class or talk to other students.
Okay, so that's how you would prefer to say that. Because to me, can't keep quiet and noisy are the same. But if you look at context, which you've done, Heidi, it's very good. Okay. Alice never listens to the teacher. She prefers to talk to her friends. Is Alice a good student or a bad student?
For number 7? Daniel?
For 8. Number 8.
Okay, 8. Read?
Yeah, I just read it. Yeah.
Okay, Alice never listened to the teacher. She prefers to talk to her friends. Oh, he's bad student.
Yeah, but she's a good friend.
No, she's a good friend, but for bad student. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. All right, let's go to the next one. Now match the words to form phrases from the sentences above. So number 1, what would that be? Cheat.
Cheat.
In your exams.
For an exam?
In your exams.
Okay, yes. Distract.
Distract other pupils.
Disruptive. I
Instruct other pupils.
yes, see
Much
other
to
pupils.
see.
Hello, teacher. Are you there?
Can you hear me?
No,
yeah.
yes, now.
Okay. Oh, okay. Because I kept saying, Heidi, you have the answer. Do you want to give it to? You didn't hear me. I accidentally moved my little headset the wrong way. So, all right. Keep number 3.
Keep quiet during the lesson.
Yes.
Quite during the lesson, yes.
Yeah. Study.
For an exam, A.
Yes. And do.
Do your homework.
Homework on time.
And that is F. And then annoy the teacher.
Another teacher.
Not only do you annoy the teacher, but if you're asking too many questions, you're annoying the other students too. What do you agree or disagree?
Yes, I do.
I agree that.
Yeah. It's like stop showing off. Now look at the list of adjectives and say which ones are positive or negative. Is hardworking, is that positive or negative?
Hardworking.
It's
Or is it
positive.
positive?
Positive.
Hardworking is the positive. Is positive.
Okay, hardworking is positive. Okay. And how about clever?
Positive.
It's positive.
Positive. Okay. Loud.
Loud.
Negative. Lazy.
Negative.
Yes.
Okay. A second.
Loud.
Okay, lazy.
Loud.
Stupid.
Stupid.
Loud. Stupid
Negative.
is
Stupid. Negative.
negative. Okay. Polite.
It's
Positive.
positive.
Positive. Creative.
Positive.
Positive. And naughty.
Negative.
Negative. And actually, naughty is used with that adjective is used with small children.
Yeah, toddlers.
Yeah, probably till the age of probably about 7 or 8. And then you use bad or impolite or something else, but not naughty. So it's not used to describe students older than 7 or 8.
Could you tell now the similar word for now?
Yes.
Okay, so a similar to word to naughty is just having bad behavior. There's really no other word.
That's playful.
Okay.
I wouldn't say playful. They might be playful, but for example, my nephews who are 5 are often naughty, especially after they have spent all day in the house. Maybe it's a rainy day and they can't go outside and play. So they end up running, they end up having too much energy and they're running around the house and getting into stuff, and they're just having really naughty behavior. And you tell them to go sit in timeout, or so you tell them to sit in timeout, and they go to timeout, and 5 minutes later they're doing naughty behavior again. And most of it has to do with because they need to get outside to play. They have so much energy. So, but okay. So now describe yourself. Think of yourself when you were a student. Can you describe yourself as a student? Okay. Heidi, why don't you start?
Okay, I was very polite because my parents always said you should be polite.
Okay.
I agree Japanese, and usually I was very lazy. I didn't want to study so much. Before exam, I studied hard working.
Yeah, so you were also very lazy. Very lazy and procrastinated studying.
Yeah, that's right.
Procrastinated studying. Okay.
I
And
was not naughty, but sometimes I was creative to play something.
okay, so I was how's this? I was creatively naughty. Which kids can be, right? Okay. And for me, I was cleverly lazy.
Yes.
So I did better when I waited until the last moment. How about you, Carlos?
I was polite too. I studied so hard for the exam, and I had good behavior all time.
I believe you. Behavior at all times. Okay, do you guys as far as behavior goes, I just spelled it the American English way. British English is like this.
Ah,
It's like the color thing. So,
okay.
and it has the red thing there because I'm American and it doesn't know that I'm doing that on purpose. Okay, Andre, what kind of student were you?
I was pretty lazy student, to be honest, because I wasn't so motivated for hard working during my studying, because often I didn't realize all benefits of high education, and often I cheating during exams often, but eventually after I graduated the university, I I became I think more clever, and I after university in my early 30s
Uh-huh.
I I started to study in my own.
On my own.
Yeah.
So after university, I started to study on my own. Okay, now have you guys ever heard this quote? And Andre, I think you would completely agree with this. This is a quote that's education is wasted on the young. Do you know what that means?
Yes, it's about me.
Yeah, because now you are studying what you are having to study again what you should have studied when you were younger, but you
Yeah.
wasted it. I feel the same way. I think of classes that I took when I was younger that I saw no relevance and I saw no point. And now I'm like, oh, I wish I would have paid attention. I wasted my education. Carlos, Heidi, do you understand this?
Yes. Yes. Um.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
you were better students than Andre and I, so okay. Now let's match these are education phrases. Let's match the two halves of each sentence. Okay, so when you complete, Heidi, could you read number 1?
Number one.
Yeah, and see if you can match it, and we will help you.
You complete university education. You get a degree.
Yes, exactly. Number 2, Carlos.
At the end of secondary school, you uh, hmm, uh, Pass your exams?
Pass your exams. It's the last one. You take school leaving exams.
The school living. Oh, okay. Yes.
There's no guarantee you pass them, though. Number 3, Andre.
During university education, you attend lectures.
Yeah, yes, and then you can also you attend lectures. That is true. There's something else as well.
Revise for your exams.
Yeah, well, actually, it's the answer here is you pass your exams, but I think attend lectures makes more sense. Okay, number 4. Okay, are you back?
Yes, my
Okay.
computer turned to be normal now.
Oh, good, good. By the way, I just bought a brand new computer because on Saturday my computer got you guys know this, the blue screen of death. I had that 3 times twice on Saturday, twice on Sunday. So I bought a new computer today. That blue screen, it means eventually the computer will just stop working. So.
You have a new computer now?
I'm not using it yet because I'm having to update everything, and I've got to go into Google Hangouts and add the Verbling stuff and
install all the software.
Yeah, I have to install all the software, and it was doing a lot of Windows updates, but it's an HP, and right now I have a Dell. So.
Okay.
All right, number 4. Okay, can you read that one?
Okay. If you want to do well in the exam, you must attend lectures.
That's what I would say.
Sometimes.
Let me check the answers because this is British English. Okay. Yeah, the answer is attend lectures, but you also must. Revise for your exams as well. That would also work as well, but A is the correct answer according to the answers. Number 5. Heidi, can you read that?
If you wanna get a degree or a diploma, you must pass your exams.
Yes, you must pass your exams. Exactly. And Carlos, can you? No, I'm sorry, Andre. Andre.
If you want to get a degree or diploma, you mustn't fail your exam.
Exactly, yes. Fail. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Excuse me. Excuse me. Okay. Well, now what I want to hear from you guys is. Could you guys let's see if we can do number 2, and we only have just a few minutes. But can you describe the school system in your country? Like, what age do people start and finish, and what do they do? And so we have Ake and Heidi. You guys are in Japan. Then Carlos is in Colombia, and yes. Andre's in the Ukraine. So whoever wants to start. Okay, you haven't talked very much because you haven't been here, so you want to.
I think in Ukraine, first of all, when baby is about 3 years old, he should go to the nursery school. Then on 6 or 7 year old, they usually goes to a primary school, and they. There are in the primary school there are 10 classes that they should study there for about 10 years.
So it's 10 grades.
10 grades, yes. They should study there until 17 or 18, and then after that they should go to university. and they there on university they should study there usually for 4 or 5 years. It's most common way, and maybe in 90% of causes.
So that's that is very much more straightforward. Germany is not straightforward at all. It's even more worse than the U.S. How about in Japan? Ake, can you tell us what they do?
Yes.
Heidi, fill in the gaps if he misses any. So.
Mandatory school is elementary school and middle school, but most students go to kindergarten before that.
Okay, what age?
I forgot age. Heidi knows that.
Maybe 4.
3?
4.
4, maybe 4 to 5 is kindergarten.
They stay the kindergarten 2 years, for 2 years, so maybe 4.
Okay.
And the 6 years they go to the elementary school.
Okay, 6 to what?
6 for 6 years. 6 to 12.
6 to 12. Okay.
And middle school is 3 years. Middle school.
Okay, so 12 to maybe 15. Middle school.
More than 90% students go to high school after that. That's 3 years high school education.
Okay, yeah, and that's actually quite similar to the Korean way as well, and many of the American schools are like that as well. But the middle school or junior high, depending on what age you start. So, how about in Colombia, Carlos?
It's similar. 3 years nursery school, 4 or 5 kindergarten. 6 to 10 is primary school. 11 to 15 or 16 is secondary school, and then is university.
Oh, that's even early. So 16 plus is university. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Yeah, and well, in Finland, you actually start. Well, a lot of times they have preschool or daycare from 3 to 6 would be preschool or daycare, and then 7 is when you start school, and you go from 7 to 15 would be primary school. I don't remember what they actually called it, and then 15, you either go from 15 to 18, you either go to academic high school, or you go to trade school. So that's where if you want to learn a trade like mechanics or something, and then 18 plus is university. And then of course there's many levels of university, right? So there's in the U.S. we have junior college, then we have college, then we have university, and junior we also have a lot of trade schools as well. So and then some people choose the military. Excuse me. Wow. I think my voice is telling me it's time to stop.
You're still under the weather.
Yeah, not as bad as I was. So at least my voice isn't as bad. It's starting to get higher again. So
yes, it became higher.
Yeah.
Normal voice.
Yeah, a couple days ago, everybody, it was actually quite low and husky. So, all right. Well, thank you very much for your participation. Oh, I just noticed, Cornell, you came in. How long have you been here?
Yeah, the time is after 7, after 7. So I am preparing to another class.
Okay. All right. Well, welcome. I didn't even notice you there. So, all right, I'll see you guys later. Have a great day.
Thank you very
Okay,
much.
thank
Bye.
you.
Bye.
Okay, bye.